ran over, knocked his brains out. They let him out of jail yesterday with a weed charge.
Jordan Hill.
Jordan Hill.
Jordan Hill. Seize me.
Jordan Hill.
Seize me.
Jordan Hill.
Seize me.
Jordan Hill.
Seize me.
Jordan Hill.
Put some respect on it. You in the meeting? Another dead black shot. No word.
What happened?
That's the one he was talking about. He was riding his motor in front of the house. He knocked his brains out. He didn't even stop.
He was driving a four-wheeler?
My nephew was driving a four-wheeler, but the man was driving a white M2. And he got out of jail yesterday for one charge. Now hit and run.
They didn't arrest him for that?
They arrested him, but they had to run down the road to get him. No, please. He didn't stop him. No, please.
So he hit and run?
No, he hit and run.
Chase him down. He was drunk. He didn't even hit his
He wasn't.
He was drunk.
But they didn't charge him with the death of your nephew?
Yesterday he got out with a weed charge.
That's all they charged him with? What did the police tell y'all?
Nothing. That's my nephew.
He nerve to drive back to his mirror. He come back to get his mirror.
I got one. He went to jail that day. He went to jail that day, Sunday. He went that day, but he got out yesterday off a weed charge. He said, I hit and run, murder, manslaughter.
White man. That ain't right. That ain't right.
That's it.
What's his name? What's the white man's name?
Cody Rallinson.
Who?
Cody Rallinson.
Cody Rallinson.
I'm not sure.
They say he burned out on $2,000. Say he burned out on $2,000, $20,000.
25.
It was $20,000. They only paid $2,000.
Oh, $20,000
No, the truck stayed out there. He riding around with the evidence.
McQuell.
That's crazy.
You got your information?
Thank you.
Here's our card.
He walking around in our face.
All right, peace and blessings, all praises to the Most High. And there you saw the aunt of Jordan Hill, just a few days after the young 10-year-old's life was taken by what many people feel an alleged drunk driving under the influence, racist white supremacist Cody Rallinson down there in Liberty, Mississippi. And as you see, we were down there for the advocacy of police accountability in the death of Tremaine White. And we were at the police station down there in Liberty. We were trying to get the police to come out. They were somewhere hiding and ducking all throughout the town. Literally, they shut the whole town down when I guess somebody called them and told them we was coming. So we went to the sheriff department. Nobody was there. The city hall, the town hall, the police station. And then while we were at the police station, our dear sister there, Jordan Hill's aunt, came and told us about the situation. Once again, nobody knew about this. This had happened 4 days before, and nobody, like, this case was unknown. Now, because of the exposure that it has gotten some national coverage, and people are still outraged. As you had heard the aunt say that Jordan Hill was riding a four-wheeler by his house. The man, Cody Rallinson, came, possibly, allegedly drunk, hit Jordan Hill, and as the aunt said, knocked his brains out. And actually, people have talked about the horrific nature of the scene of that accident. The guy, he stopped and picked up his mirror and kept going. As the lady said, well, he didn't stop. The police had to run him down up the road, and they only charged him with possession of the Mary Jane that he had in his vehicle, and then let him out on a $20,000 bond, which is only having to pay $2,000. Now, if you saw the video from yesterday, the sheriff claims that they charged him with leaving the scene of an accident without rendering aid. Now, I've been charged with hit and run. Hit and run is a felony, and so even that would have been more than that charge. But also, What about vehicular homicide? Death by motor vehicle. All of those charges, because I do have a friend right now who is facing the same charges. Those are way more serious charges than what they're charging this man, Cody Rallinson. If you look at the video from a few days ago, the sheriff was, just, well, look it up. This is the scene. There's an investigation. We have to check this and check that. We drew his blood, blah, 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 blah. The fact of the matter is, if it, were not for this explosion, they probably wouldn't have charged them with anything. But nevertheless, rest in peace to our dear brother Jordan Hill. I think they had his funeral last week. And, certain members of Building Bridges did attend that funeral. And they talked about how, great of a service it was. But once again, it was even emotional because, you have a 10-year-old child. You have brothers, you have sisters, you have aunties, you have the mother and father. We met them out there who have to deal with this. And the fact that, they gave the man the truck back, without, I guess, doing a reconstruction, doing how fast, checking the truck for blood and all those things. Like, they treated this just as it was a simple fender bender instead of a young 10-year-old young man losing his life because of the negligence, because of the recklessness of this. They should have charged him with a whole bunch of charges. They should have piled those charges on: reckless driving, fair, safety moving violation, hit and run. All of those charges should have been added. So then you can sort through the rubbish in court. But, this goes to show once again that we were down in Liberty, Mississippi, town of about 500 people. I had a lady call the other day speaking about all the corruption and the police misconduct that goes on there. So that is what we expect. Some people even in the comments the other day was like, why do people still live in towns like that? If you see the video, you go back and watch the video with the sheriff and the deputy we talked to, you can tell by their demeanor, they're just good old boys that don't care. And, they have a certain level of arrogance and pretentiousness that, Black people don't matter. But, once again, we're going to keep light on this case. We're going to continue to, say our young brother Jordan Hill's name and keep his name out there and make sure that this Cody Rallinson guy gets the due justice that is due to him. They said that, he flies a Confederate flag, proudly. And so we all know what that means. So, that is probably why he just kept going, didn't call 911, didn't render aid, didn't do anything. The police had to go get him. And that in itself shows a careless disregard for the life of our young brother. And so hopefully he'll get the justice that he so deserves. Well, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Once again, my prayers and condolences go out to the family of Jordan Hill. As the scripture says, blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. So we offer you prayers and comfort this day. I know there's nothing we can say at this time to ease your pain, but just know that you have a world of people behind you, standing behind you, and pushing for justice in the case of Jordan Hill. Once again, rest in peace, Jordan Hill. 919-587-7782. Peace and blessings.